Alright, kind of told y'all a little bit today that I managed to beat child support again, and this time it had to do with the state of Texas coming after me. Some know that one of my sons has been in and out of trouble all the time, and I kept getting him out and rescuing him. Anyways, they were coming after me for child support, medical support, while he was incarcerated, fees and stuff and trying to claim that the state is the injured party and that I needed to pay the state for some damages and some of the stuff him and his little buddies were doing. So needless to say, I won that end of it today with really two simple documents, and I want to thank y'all as Magnified. He showed me a shortcut from what I'm doing, and it saved me a lot of time to work on some other stuff on this case. Unfortunately, I didn't get my son out today. They scared my son last night after I spoke to him and convinced him that I was going to go to jail if I ended up going to court and trying to help him out. And my son was worried about his little brother being without a dad, so he signed a plea bargain and caught me all by surprise. But, you know, the fight goes on with that. And I've kind of told y'all, always file a claim on him. And this is the time where I come in and do a claim against these people in their private capacity. So doing a claim is a little more difficult. So, you know, I'd like to help y'all out on these claims. I can basically give you some pointers on how to do a claim. But, I mean, if you're struggling just to beat child support, which is really a simple concept, I mean, I've given you all the tools you need. Heck, if you watch Y'all's Magnified, he gives you everything he needs in his videos. So between both of us, we've given you really all the tools you need to beat it. It's just you got to listen and pay attention to what we're saying, you know. I mean, I'm in probably the biggest hungry county in Texas, or if not the biggest, it's going to be the second. It's a toss-up between Harris County and Ector County. And Ector County is for sure one of the most corrupt oil field country. They want that money, money, money. And so I don't have a dismissal on that yet. They were trying to get me to sign that judgment today that they put on my son. And why would I want to contract them? So, of course, I wasn't going to sign it. So needless to say, I'll get that judgment and do something else with that, but that's for another story that most people are not ready for that. And so anyway, just I'll show y'all that again. I beat child support for the second time, and people are struggling for the first time. It's a pretty basic concept. It's contract, you know. I've told y'all it seemed like 100,000 times what to do when they give you a contract. And then, of course, I've given you the tools in the box to beat this. And, you know, and I'm going to prove to y'all that it can be done, you know. I'm telling you how to do it. It's a pretty simple concept, and you're dealing pretty much with contract law. If you're not trying to study the contract law and understand contract law, you're never really going to beat the system. They're going to be one up on you. But anyways, I'll follow up as soon as I get that documentation. Like I said, I didn't want to grab it there and from them, and I wasn't going to sign it. So I'll get the dismissal and all that from the court, and probably Monday or Tuesday, and then show you in the judgment how they ruled in my favor. But it wasn't that she wasn't trying to. She pretty well was on her deal of fixing to rule on me and even though my ex, they couldn't find her, she was fixing to rule in that court for both of us to pay all of that. And I stood up, and as I've told y'all all, remind them that you're under special appearance. And I did. As soon as I rose up, when she started to bring that up, I stood up, and said, I remind you, I'm under special appearance. And as soon as I did, I pulled that oath of office, and I stretched that oath of office. And real quickly, she knew what that oath of office was. She stopped, paused for a quick second, and then with a hesitant, and then she turned around and did almost a 180 what she was fixing to say, and say that, which is an excuse. Well, I find that the parents don't have the money to pay, so I'm going to withdraw the state's claim of child support and so forth and all that. But the fact of the matter is I took jurisdiction away from them, and they had no authority over it. I never crossed the bar. I did what I needed to file in the case, and she knew real well she was fixing to step out of line. That's why that oath of office is also important. You need to hold them to it. It quickly stopped her in her action on that. So, anyways, I'm going to get off here. Hadn't been a good day. They gave my son upwards of 3 years, but like I said, there's remedies out there. You just got to take the time and study, and everything goes right. I can have him out anywhere from 2 weeks to a little over a month. He'll be home with me, so I'm kind of sad, but I know the process and how to get him home. Remember, your kids are your property, not a child. So there's your little keyword right there to start learning and understanding the difference in the language that they use legalese. We don't speak legalese. Put your mindset when you're talking about your kids in a common law atmosphere, using common law words. So when they take your property, you have a right to get your property back. You don't want the child. That child belongs to them. They created the child. So anyways, enough said. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and take what is yours. So I'm going to take my property. All right. God bless. Y'all have a good night.